clip was going viral last night on Twitter. This is from a show from 2020. It was called New Amsterdam. And I want to let you know that Hollywood does in fact believe that racism gives you cancer.
It's true.
It is true.
The experts will tell you that this is true.
So we're going to...
Hollywood that gives you cancer.
Before we show the clip, this episode features a 13-year-old Latinx boy who is getting treatment for...
That sounds so much like a contradiction in terms.
He's getting treatment for cancerous tumors, and this is the doctor's prognosis.
We are gonna get copyright struck for this one, and it's so worth it. So you guys just go ahead and listen to this. You're gonna love it.
Is he okay?
Yeah, he's okay. I had Cephas answer some questions from a Harvard test known as unrest. It is designed to measure someone's level of social resistance.
Social resistance.
When people like us oppose the values and policies of the dominant culture.
That's right.
And what does that have to do
Your son, he feels threatened on a daily basis. Like everything he's earned can just be taken away. He's disenfranchised. But because his life is seemingly free from all this, because he can't name it, he's internalizing it.
Name what?
Racism. I think your son's tumor was caused by racism.
That's actually my face right now.
This is the dumbest. It is so stupid. Oh my God.
And an analysis of this episode will push back on your skepticism, saying, for those who haven't experienced racism, Cephas's diagnosis may seem a little far-fetched, but over the years, medical research has found that Black and brown communities have known for quite some time that racism, whether unintentional or intentional, can have damaging health effects on the body. In one 2019 study where 2/3 of the sample group were African American, scientists found that African American participants had higher levels of inflammatory molecules than white subjects. April Thames, an associate professor of psychology and psychiatry, told Science Daily, the connection between discrimination and health isn't surprising. We know discrimination is linked to health outcomes, but no one was sure exactly how it harmed health. I look at it as a chronic stressor. Our results showed that racial discrimination appears to trigger an inflammatory response among African Americans at the cellular level.
I can't believe this.
This show, this episode was from a show called New Amsterdam in the year 2020. This came out. So it's really on everybody else for not picking up on this one sooner. It reminds me of when we talked about, what was the other one that we caught that was like a show that, it was the incel episode from the show, from The Good Doctor from like 2021.
Right.
You know, and this is why when I tell you that my favorite genre of television, which was Boomer Network television, was the worst, gets the worst of modern Hollywood, far worse than the movies do, which have shorter run times and can't fit as much of this garbage in there. I'm not kidding. Network television was conquered before anything else because they got to fill 22 episodes every year. So they got to put in a bunch of ridiculous shit that doesn't belong there.
I can't believe that they put that into a storyline.
Oh, yeah.
Can you imagine writing that?
Tried to convince you that it was true. Based on reality.
My favorite part is...
Give me an effing break.
Unfortunately, there's a deeper analysis of this from a channel called MDTV. But now, like, all the comments are like, who's here from right-wing Twitter? But if you had seen the comments last night...
I'm looking at some of the older comments right now. Okay. One from a year ago said, I wish there was a crying emoji instead of just a like or dislike. It's so hard to see someone so hurt by people that intentionally or unintentionally do or say racist things. Another one said, this is so powerful. I literally teared up at the big reveal.
Nice.
This is unfortunately the power of Hollywood.
Yes, it is. Your son's tumor was caused by racism.
Another one said, the only time a person isn't good enough is when they're bringing down others purposefully. That's when they're not good enough, because that's when they're not good at all. Be good to others, and most importantly, be good to yourself.
This is where, when people say that the whole progressivism is an ideology. This is where it starts to be, where you see the evidence that there are people that turn this into a new religion.
Yes.
This is faith. Right? This is saying the tumor in you was caused by evil spirits. That is 100% exactly what they're saying. They're not saying it in a way that would have been said 150, 200 years ago, but what they're saying is the evil spirits, the bad juju has manifest in your body. This is 100% of religion. This is spirituality stuff. It's all voodoo mumbo jumbo, but that's exactly what it is. And that's what happens. And this is coming from an agnostic, so it's not like I'm like some kind of very religious dude. But when you take one religion away, it is going to be replaced by another. Human beings don't get an option. You don't have a choice. Your society's going to pick a religion that it's going to have that's going to be held up. And it's way better to have Christianity on some form be held up than crazy race-based, like insane occultism.
The fact that nothing in this article even in the slightest pushes back to say maybe there could be other factors that led to inflammation in one group of people but not the other.
This should be unsolved. This is unsolved mysteries level shit.
Yes.
It has to be racism.
It's that there isn't any other explanation that could possibly given for something like this.
Could possibly be like disproportionate rates of obesity in the African American cohort? Could it be that?
And the thing is, like we're talking about this, but Cory Bush was talking about some congressperson actually gets elected, means real human beings actually vote for this person, means real human beings believe the garbage that comes out of this person's mouth. Just was on a television program the other day saying, oh, I know that you can heal with black girl magic.
Yes.
Like full on crazy mumbo jumbo shit. Yep. Like cut the chickens' heads off to get rid of the bad juju crazy shit. That should not be in our damn government.
Another person commented, "This is freaking real. I haven't experienced tumors yet, but I'm diagnosed with major depressive disorder and anxiety disorder. And stress is a killer. Our society is so ridiculously focused on success that there are a lot of hurting people out there. We need to take a step back and help each other where we can." And another one said, "This is a solid episode and a great lesson. I hope they ruled out physiological causes for the high cortisol too."
By the way, this one is sitting at 4.7K upvotes to 4.4K downvotes. So it's...
Yeah, as for the community notes being added to YouTube, that's fine. Just put back the dislike button. Put back the dislike count on YouTube, and then we'll be fine with that, actually.
I just can't believe, like, it's so funny because people make jokes on here all the time about me referencing the show House, you know, on a regular basis. See how far we've come from a show that went off the air in 2012. Of course, Grey's Anatomy was on that whole time, and Grey's Anatomy is a lot like this too. So maybe
this is literally a Babylon Bee headline in a TV show.
It is, and but here's the thing: it's the language that's used. As long as it's couched in language that sounds clinical, the average person is just going to accept that this doctor, and we're not just talking about the show now, we're talking about this article that was written by this associate professor of psychology. As long as it's couched in medical linguistics, they will be 110% likely to believe this because if they haven't questioned what's going on in the world, they're just not going to do it.
We got a 20 from Francisco Sanchez Jr. "I don't need to attend a male rage retreat. All I have to do is remember the college I work at has a 2-to-1 female to male student ratio. Higher education for the emotional class."
There you go.
Amazing.
Again, as long as it's put to you in an eloquent way and it sounds real. I mean, that's how all of the best charlatans work. They make it sound believable to you. So somebody reads into this and they're like, well, my health has been bad lately. Must be because people don't like me.
Miasma of racism in the air.
Yes.
It's making everyone sick.
Is the racism in the room with you right now?
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.